Welcome aboard, YouTube fans. It is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. The time is right at 10:30. We have just launched on the Oakland Estuary at the Grand Street ramp on the Alameda Island, and we have rowed across the estuary to the Oakland shore in order to be on the right side of any traffic that we might meet. The weather forecast for today, I believe, was high of in the mid-70s. Calm winds becoming west at 5 to 9 in the afternoon. And I had been looking at the possibility of going up to Lake Sonoma, where we haven't been for months. But the weather there was okay, but given the typical afternoon conditions, we'd likely end up with a headwind on the way back. So I decided to look around and see if I could find some water that was more to our liking. And the estuary came up. Right now the water's just like glass. High tide this afternoon is just a little after 3 o'clock, and low tide this morning was I think about 8:30, something like that. So right now we're on a flood tide. And hopefully, if the weather forecast holds for wind, we would be returning southeasterly up the estuary this afternoon with a quartering tailwind. All right, now I got to start paying attention because there are some channel markers here that I need to make sure I don't run into. My thoughts today for today's activity is to row against the flood in these light conditions, northwesterly down the estuary, and with the goal of hopefully getting as far as the entrance to the estuary at the far northwesterly end of Alameda Island, adjacent to the last of the container cranes on the Oakland shore, and then crossing the mouth of the estuary and coming back on a flood tide with what we hope to be is a tailwind. Been a while since I've been over here. I think the last time was maybe early in the year, in March, something like that, with the Traditional Small Craft Association, where we launched at Grand Street Ramp and rode up to Jack London Square. We tied up and went ashore for a delicious lunch, and then had a very nice row back. That That route typically gives us about 5 miles, maybe just a tad over. And today, since we're by ourselves and pretty much go wherever we choose without having to try to keep up with the faster boats, I will do something that I've wanted to do for quite some time, and the conditions were always such that I thought, well, I'd be taking a chance and getting in trouble with current and wind out here on a piece of commercial water where there are all different kinds of ships coming and going. I thought that I'd wait for a day like today. Hopefully everything will be just perfect. Just passing the channel on the northeast side of the estuary that goes around the back of Government Island. You can see these docks along here that are they aren't even docks anymore. They're putting in commercial buildings, and there's a restaurant down there on the bight just before the marina starts. So this construction behind us is, I guess, what you call the gentrification of the Oakland Estuary, which is the way the world is going. So looking behind us, just to the right of the Coast Guard cutter, they're tied up to the jetty at Government Island. You can see the Bascule Park Street Bridge open. There goes a pelican taking off. I don't think I've ever seen that bridge open. So that means that some tall type boat is coming through. So we ought to be able to see that in another 5 minutes or so when he clears the line of sight there past the Coast Guard cutter. Big sign on the building, new apartments. And looking behind me, it's another new apartment building. Doesn't look like they're open for business yet. Some swirls in the water here ahead of us into port. Some sort of critter down there. Typically, if it was a seal, they'd stick their head up for us a look. I believe straight off to port is the Encinal Yacht Club. I think that's the Encinal, and then up to the right, just ahead of us, still to port, just at the westerly end of that apartment building, two-story building. I believe that's the Oakland Yacht Club. That's a place where in the past the Lake Merritt Sailing Club has had functions. Very lovely place. Since COVID, everything's been by Zoom, and though I did try and have an afternoon general membership meeting last December, and was able to negotiate a very nice deal with the Oakland Yacht Club. We didn't have anybody sign up to go, so I think there were only 3 of us. So we didn't get much participation then. I think this is the channel. I'm not sure. It might be the next one up. There's an inlet along here on the Oakland side that is the entrance to the creek that goes up to Lake Merritt. I don't think this is the one. It's the next bay here. Change course a bit, coming up to some docks. Wind's freshening just a little bit, so we may end up with that afternoon wind coming in a little bit early. We'll just see how it goes. Tired old marina here. Yes, this is the bay that is the mouth of the creek coming out of Lake Merritt. I need to look on a map and see what the name of that creek is. They have a buoyed cable across the entrance to the channel there, so you can't go upstream. My hope one day was to be able at a reasonable tide to row up to the cable that they have across the channel at the outlet to Lake Merritt. See, they don't want you going up there. Pretty little schooner there. Looks like a boat tail. Boat tail hull. Right back there to starboard, just off our bow, there's a ramp. There's a city park over there, and I think I tried to launch there one time. No, that's right, I did launch there one time, I believe. It must have been 3 years ago or more, and it was very nice. The dock was a bit of a strange setup, but the thing is that the place just didn't have any traffic there. There were no boat trailers sitting in the parking lot. And I think the last time I went over there and just tried to drive in and look around, they had the gate closed. Well, it appears that the afternoon wind is coming in. So we've got ruffles on the water here. It's glassy behind us, but we've got riffles ahead of us. So we'll have some upwind work cut out for us. have some anchored boats here in this little bay, where I think some of the well, that one doesn't have a registration number on it. These are the ones you read about in the paper that the various cities are trying to get rid of. Playing with a strand of seagrass that got caught on my oar. I kept thinking we were going to see a large boat coming up the estuary here. So I saw the bridge going up back there, and it wasn't the Park Street Bridge. You can see the Park Street Bridge is, it looks like that's a railroad bridge, and it's raised right now, sitting in its permanently up position, or its standard up position. They probably only lower that if they happen to have a train coming over onto Alameda Island. But I can see that bascule bridge behind. Looks like beyond that. So I have to look at my charts to get the proper names for those bridges. There's a D missing off the name of this boat. I think it's Delta Dream. All it says is Delta Ream. Well, I'm rowing past these marinas as I'm approaching the entrances to the various dock systems. I have to kind of keep an eye out, make sure that someone's not motoring out there. One of us at least has to be looking where they're going. Well, we're up to 25 minutes on the 360 camera, so before it does an automatic turn off and restart, I'd like to Thank you all for coming along. And if you would, I'd appreciate your hitting the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell so you'll get notifications of new videos that are posted. And if you'd please give it a like. Likes and subscriptions are taken note of in the YouTube whatever they call it. I can't think of the word. Anyway, the more of those I get, the more likely one of these videos will just pop up when people are looking at rowboats. So, until we turn the camera on again, we'll catch you all later.